Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to be sharing the project that I made for Tim Holtz for his new IDEA-OLOGY Christmas release. For my project, I've made an accordion book. I've really been into these lately, and this one was so much fun to put together. For my covers, I've used 2 number 8, etc. tags. And in this case, I've made my covers last. And that was so I could take all the leftover backdrop papers from my pages and collage those to the cover. On my cover, I've used this gorgeous layers piece. I've gone over that with frosted crystal embossing powder. And then underneath, I've got this baseboard frame. To the baseboard frame, I've altered it with some grit paste snowfall. I've gone over that with mica stain and tree lot, holly branch, and frosted juniper. And then the word plaque on top, what I've done with that is I've taken black soot paint, painted the whole thing, and then before the paint was dry, I went over the top with a paper towel to expose the debossed areas. And then on either end I have mirrored stars. I've got a number 25 from the remnant rubs at the top, and you can see my collaged papers underneath. And then you can see I've got my pages hanging out on either side. And that was so you could see these gorgeous backdrop papers stacked up. I really like the way that looks. And then on the inside cover, more collaging of the papers. The star is from the baseboard pack. And I've gone over that with the crackle paste icicle, and then over that with black soot crayon. And then I've got a little piece of ephemera stapled on. To my pages, I've added a lot of pockets, and that is because there's a new pack of pocket cards, and I wanted to use a lot of them because they're just gorgeous. They come in 3 different sizes, and I'll try to point those out as I go through. And so for this pocket, I've used a piece of backdrops paper. I just tore the piece that said candy making, and then I took some ephemera that kind of coordinated the peppermint drops. I've used a little piece of a confections there, and I've got a little mini flare. And then to the inside of the pocket here, I've got this candy cane, and I did that so that she could peek through the candy cane. This is the medium size of pocket cards, and I've got a piece of ephemera. I've got some worn wallpaper at the bottom, a sticker from the sticker book. I love these paper dolls. They're so adorable. I've used the frosted crystals on them as well. In fact, all my slick images, the photos, the layers, the paper dolls, I've used the frosted crystal embossing powder, and I really like how that looks. I've got a stitch scrap at the top, and then check out this pocket card. I haven't done anything to this. This is just the art on the back, and it's just gorgeous. And then on this spread, I've used another baseboard frame here. I altered it the same way as I did the one on the cover. I've got this really cute girl in the frame. She comes in the paper doll pack. And then I've used some ephemera and some of the backdrop papers. This image is really beautiful. And then I've got this really neat Santa. He's the mini flare, and he's one of my favorites. And then for this pocket, I've got one of the tallest pocket cards in that. Another one of my favorite paper dolls. And I've got a star behind him. That's from the layers pack, and I've grunged that up with grit paste and then gone over that with some crayon. I've got a really cool quote flare at the top, sticker from the sticker book. And then on the back, I've just collaged together different bits and pieces. I've got this really cool layers image here, and then some of the ephemera layered at the top. I've done some stitching. And on my tall pocket cards, what I've done is folded those down so that they would just fit a little better in my book. A little piece of the worn wallpaper die cut there. And then I really love this photo. I tore this in half and made a pocket with it. I've stitched it on and then left the side and the top open. And then I've got this smallest size pocket card in that. And what I've done with this one is this is just a label, and I've sprayed it with the mica stains. I've got rub-ons on the back, 2 stars back to back with the grit paste and the crayon. Merry Christmas is from the sticker book, and a little mirrored star. And that was it for this tag. And in this pocket here, I've got a baseboard piece, this worn wallpaper scrap. I got one of the tall pocket cards in that pocket, baseboard at the top, label. There's a new label pack that is really cool and can be used year round. And I've got some stickers, some wallpaper. To the back of this, I haven't done anything except add the milk cap, the mirrored star, and a Merry Little Christmas is tape from last year, but I can come back and add something later to this. And then here's the other half of that photo. I've sewn that on, and this is also a pocket, which I can add something to later. And check out the backdrop papers. They're all just gorgeous. I've got a sticker, more of the papers on the tag here, a quote seal, and then the deer, what I've done with him is I put a jump ring around his neck, hooked him onto that loop pin. The loop pin is held down with a little strip of paper, and then he was swinging loose, and I decided I didn't like that, so I've just glued him down. But you can see, because of the way I've layered everything, he fits. And then the back cover, I've got a quote chip at the top that I've peeled the quote from the chipboard, sewn it down, a layers piece, just gorgeous, collaged backdrop papers, some ephemera and papers kind of sticking out here. And then for this page, what I've done is I took a piece of the backdrop paper, cut it down to fit. I went over the top of the whole thing with the crackle paste icicle, and then went around the edge with walnut stained crayon. I didn't do in the center because I didn't want to cover everything up. But that crackle paste is so cool. I really love it, especially over an image like that for Christmas. And then I've got a hinge clip because I've made this a flip up. On the hinge clip, I've got a hook clasp and some tiny bells. The tiny bells, these two right here are new. They're a new addition. They're really cool. I've done some grit paste and barn door crayon on that. The others, I just left them. I just like them the way they are. And then I've got this flip up page here. Check out that backdrop paper. Just gorgeous. And I was gonna trim down my stitched scrap pieces, but I decided I would instead staple on with my tiny attacher bits and pieces of ephemera. I've got this photo. She comes in the paper dolls. I've got this piece of ephemera with a mirrored star, and they just are stapled on. So you could staple on as much or a little as you like. And then I've got an eyelet down here with a loop pin, and check out the new snowflakes. I love the addition of the rhinestones to that. And what I've done with mine to make it double-sided, I just took 2, glued them together, and that gave me a double-sided snowflake. So you can alter your adornments. You don't have to leave them as is. If you want to change them up, you can. So that's my flip-up page. And then to this pocket, I've added this pocket card, just gorgeous. Check out that bird image. And I've got a rub-on, the number 25. The star at the top is from the baseboard pack. And what I've used in the back of that is the glitter in garland. And then on top here, I've got some more of that crackle icicle. And then I went over that with crayon. I think I even used some of the mica stain. Love that crackle paste, so cool. And then on the back here, I've done some collaging. I've used a sticker from the sticker book to back that star. And the other half of the sticker is down here. Number 25 back here is from the Layers pack. Check out the backdrop papers. They're just stunning. And then the next page, I've got this baseboard frame. I've done the same thing with that, with the grit paste and the stains, the mica stains. Use some of the die cut worn wallpaper pieces. And then check out on this pocket, this bird image. That's from the ephemera pack. Just gorgeous. These backdrop papers are so cool. And then I've got another tiny or medium size tag. This is the medium size. I love this paper doll. He's adorable. A star of your own, mirrored star, fabric scrap. I've just kind of bumped that up there. And then another word plaque. I've got some messy thread holding that down. Ephemera on the back. And then the next spread here, I've got some layering going on. This envelope is so pretty from the ephemera pack. Another quote seal, another grungy star, another flare at the top, some labels, and just different ephemera layered there. And then I've got a stapled on piece of ephemera, Santa's Workshop, stapled onto that pocket. I just took the word Christmas from the backdrop paper and kind of tore it out, sewed it down from my pocket. Ephemera, hardware head. Number 25 and the little stars, those are from the remnant rubs. And then this tall pocket card, I've added the Santa. He's from the Layers. Use some stickers. This is some of the backdrop paper. I've got a sticker from the sticker book, stitched scrap at the top with a tiny clip, and then check out that paper. That's just the paper. I didn't do anything to it. Just gorgeous. And then we're back to the front. So as I mentioned, this is an accordion book, and how I constructed it was I took 3 of the backdrop papers, tore them lengthwise, and then hinged them together, or sewed, or I've sewn or glued them together end to end. And as you can see, I've got the flat edge on the bottom. And then as I was adding my pages and my pockets, I would leave them overhanging on the bottom just to kind of visually it would be the same as the torn top. And then I left a tab of paper at each end of the accordion. And that was so when I was ready to add my covers, I could just attach them very easily at either end. So this is the front side. And then this is the back side. And these backdrop papers make it so easy because they all coordinate together so well. And then now you can see the back side. It's a very simple thing to do. And of course, as I mentioned, I made the pages purposely stick out on either side because you can make your cover whatever size you want. You can fold your accordion any size you want. And so that's my project. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're inspired to make one for yourself. These are so much fun and so easy to do. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment below. I'll be happy to get back to you as soon as I can. But until next time, take good care, and thanks for watching, guys.